Good morning, you wonderful humans. This is day 25 of the CCHS Virtual Live Exercise Training Stream. My name is Seth Spicer, and I'm glad that you can make it to this video again today. If you're watching it on Restream tomorrow, thank you very much. Enjoy the whole program. I hope you have all the equipment you need. If you're here with me live today, thank you so much for being here, and good morning. Happy Face Candle. Love to see you always in the chat. We're going to start off today with a little quote of the day, a little bit of a motivational Monday from one of our viewers last week, or from one of our participants, from one of our community members last week. Do it today or regret it tomorrow. All right, that's from one of our very own inside our community. Share anything, you can send it to us. You can send it into the chat. You can email us with your own little quote that you'd like to add, and we will share it here on the live stream. You know the drill. Grab your stuff, clear your space, and we're about to get started with a warm-up as I give the rest of the spiel. I'm going to come over here and start my timer. And we are good to go. Fantastic. All right, we're going to get started with the warm-up while I talk. Let's start top down today just to switch things up. We're going to start with our neck circles right around like so. You're saying, Seth, this is a switch up. I said, I know. Got to keep you on your toes. Go ahead and switch other direction. Hope you've all had a wonderful weekend filled with good food, good people, good activity, if you like. If not, that's why we're here. All right, now let's go down to our shoulder circles. Just work the cranks out. My equipment just came in for the at-home personal training that we're doing. And of course, you have to test out the weights once you grab them. Of course, this is all you need. We built this program, so this is all you need. But I still like to try out that for other clients. You got to, use the equipment, switch directions with the arm circles. Got to, practice the equipment. Don't tell somebody else to use it if you wouldn't. And my chest is so impeccably sore, you would not believe. So the push-ups with you today, they're going to be rough, but I'll do them. All right, there we go. Let's do a couple T-spine rotations. You guys probably know the drill by this point in the program. Day 25, whoop, whoop. Week 9. Hips facing forward, arms out in front. Rotate back behind you, and come back center. Breathe in, breathe out, reach to the back wall, and come back center. Repeat that process a few times on each side. Really just get your body twisting. And again, as I always say, this undoes a lot of the effects of sitting all day. Alrighty. And lastly, let's get some hips warmed up in there. Let's step over, close the gate, step over, close the gate. Go ahead and switch sides, step over, close the gate, step over, close the gate. We're starting today with floor touches and glute bridges. As you can tell, those are my personal favorite. We're going to get mentally prepared to start those in 5, right into it, 4, 3, 2, 1, right into the floor touches today. Ready? Begin. We're wasting no time getting right to it. Why is that, you might ask? Well, because today is officially the day where we go for a little bit longer. I divided this workout into 2 different sections, so if you need to go for work, you may. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. 30-second rest. We're going 30 seconds of work to 30 seconds recovery. And instead of going for an entire hour, which I know a lot of people might not be able to attend, we're going for 2 30-minute sessions of 30 seconds of work, 30 seconds rest, just like we did in the very beginning, but we're doing 2. Of course, increasing the volume is one of the ways where you can consistently, overload the program, and that's what we're going to try and attain here with that today. Bent over Flappy Birds. Ready, set, begin. This is a reverse fly from the bent over position. If you can only do one at a time, feel free to keep a forearm on a thigh as you do this exercise, and that will allow you to feel more stable. As always, we make this workout adjustable for any demographic, any variation. You can change the intensity throughout the program. 3, 2, 1, and time. So that anybody from your grandmother to maybe you had a couple knee surgeries, right? Anybody should be able to come in, use these body weight only exercises to get a solid workout in. Next up, we have some raise the roofs. We love to raise the roof. Let's go. 7 seconds. I know we've already started it now, but 3, 2, 1, begin. Raise the roofs overhead with me. We've already started, but as always, if you're just watching this on YouTube or on the replay, make sure you always talk to a physician before beginning any exercise program. I doubt that somebody is going to hop in week 9, day 25 to start, but if you do, please consult somebody. We made this entire thing low impact, body weight, no isometrics, so that anybody can do this healthily, but everybody's got their individual differences. Time with the raise the roofs. We are cooking today. All right, we are flying through these exercises, and before you know it, it's going to be 8:30. We're going to be done with this entire program. You're going to say, wow, Seth, breaking it into smaller sections really felt kind of great, and I feel wonderful. And I'm going to have a job well done. Next up, we're going back to a standing march. Standing march, ready, set, begin. Get the feet chopping. We're going to try and get our knees to our forearms. If you can only get the knees to the hands, that's okay too. Just get them moving. Get them moving. You can go fast feet if you want. And then, of course, as always, I like to try and get the knees up into the armpits. Crunching down to my knee. 3, 2, 1. And time. I like this format. A little more upbeat. 30 on, 30 off. I missed that. All right, next up, going back to our squats. We love our squats here at CCHS. 10 seconds. Get mentally prepared. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ready, begin. It's just like sitting in a chair. Go as low as you feel comfortable. And of course, the lower you go, the more intense it will be. And the faster you push up, the more intense this will be. Only going for 30 seconds before we get a 30-second rest. Last week was deload. We probably missed that. About halfway through the workout, right? Give it time. Time. We didn't mix things up too much this week because we wanted to keep it simple during this time change. However, next up, we have push-ups, and then we're going back to the snow angels, which I'm sure everybody missed. Push-ups, as always, you can use your couch, you can use the floor, you can use these fellows here on the wall to do a push-up from the wall. Whatever floats your boat. Keep the core tight. We're starting in 3, 2, 1. Ready, begin. Oh, sweet mother of Mary. All right, I'm going to say it. If any of you at home ever complain about working out while sore, I will come find you and I will hold your hand through it because of this pain. Time. That soreness is unbearable, but we're working out through it together. Now, remember, actually, if you're ever super, super sore, feel free to give your body a break on the exercise. Maybe substitute an exercise where it's not super sore because your body does need at least for heavy resistance exercise, the opportunity to recover. So if that's ever the case and you're super sore, shoot it in the chat and I can give you an adaptation. Next up, snow angels, bent over or prone. From the bent over position, it looks like this. Just waving for help. All right, starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. Waving overhead and back down to the side. Overhead and back down to the side. Keep the hands up high the entire time. Of course, you could do this prone as well. That's on your belly. 3, 2, 1, and time with that exercise. Lastly, we're throwing jabs. Go ahead and stand up if you are prone. We're back to here. I forgot how fast the 30-30 work to rest ratio was from week 1, right? That's what we did all week 1. We're flying. I like it. We're starting punches in 3, 2, 1. Hands up. Left, right, left, right. We're throwing some jabs. We're starting the fight. We're losing weight. It's going to be all right. I wish this room had better light. Let's go double time now. Ready? Go. 10 more seconds. Keep it up with the double time. We're throwing a lot of jabs. Keep the hands high. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, now we have 30 seconds, and we're going back to the top. Jake, Adam, and I are very excited about the 2 30-minute sessions. If you join in late, you can catch the full second session. If you're early and have to leave, you can do the first session. Or if you've been here for a while and you have the time, we'd love it if you could stay for the full hour. Just take it 30 minutes at a time, though, right? 30 minutes at a time. Back to the top. Floor touches, starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. Again, push the butt back. When you come up, tuck the hips up underneath you, all right? Here, tuck them up. Hips back, tuck them up. Just like so. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Next up, we have bent over Flappy birds. I get to turn the heat off in my house because it is absolutely sweltering in here. Bent over Flappy birds, aka reverse flies if you want to be professional about it. We're trying to make health and fitness accessible here at CCHS. So sometimes we use a little bit more fun language. Starting in 3, 2, 1, bent over position, ready, begin. Fly to the sky and back. Flying away to our goals. Went to the rant yesterday about how for adults, exercise should be more fun. In Europe, they have tons of leagues for adults and lots of fun stuff. But here in America, for some reason, we're supposed to go to a concrete box in the ground and lift weights by ourselves. Doesn't make sense to me. 3, 2, 1, and time. Which is why I always encourage you to bring some sort of friend to do this program with, some sort of support partner. Makes a world of difference. Also, a flag football league is a lot more enjoyable than doing aerobics, right? If you can figure out a way to make it fun, gamify it, right? Incorporate friends or society, community into it, that's great. Raise the roofs. 3, 2, 1. Let's raise the roofs. Begin. We're already halfway through. Well, almost halfway through the first session. 4, 3, 2, 1, begin. And I think it's at this moment you're realizing you're probably a lot more fit than when you started. I don't know about you guys, but even for me, I'm going through this and I'm feeling great. The first week I was like, okay, I feel these exercises. Right now, not even working up a sweat. Well, I'm working up a little bit of sweat, honestly, because it's 90 degrees in here, but these are feeling good compared to week 1. All right, standing marches. 3, 2, 1, ready, begin. Get them up to here if you want. Almost like you're dribbling a basketball. Forearms to the knees, knees to the forearms if you like that. And of course, if you want some real intensity, crunch down, get the knee to the armpit. All right, and time. Next up, we're going back to our squats. I'm gonna take my water. Yeah, water. Right over here. Better. In 15 seconds, we are starting our squats together. Just like we take things one day at a time. That was my tip from last week. One day at a time, instantly prepare for one day. Take this one 30-minute session at a time. Squats in 3, 2, 1, begin. Oh man. If you skip forward in a video, my name is Seth Spicer. Thank you for joining on whatever platform you're watching from. This is CCHS, Connected Community Health Support, trying to make health and fitness more accessible. 3, 2, 1. And time. Done with our squats. I'm almost done, folks. This time, Friday, I'll be taking the MCAT, and I'll be able to, after that, I'll be able to contribute all of my time to growing CCHS, providing more content. We're going to build a website. Very exciting stuff where we can start to join the community and really grow and be friends with other people who are doing this program. Very excited. Push-ups, find your positions, starting in 3, 2, 1. Ready, begin. Keep that core tight. Keep working. Full range of motion. We're almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Wake me up a little when September ends. Okay, and I'm well rested. Next up, snow angels. I'm already on the floor. I'm going to do these ones prone. You can also do them bent over. Again, just like a snow angel on your back, but instead we're either on our bellies or in the bent over position. Starting in 3, 2, 1, ready, begin. Snow angels. I like to keep my head down for these. That's what feels best for me. And what feels best for me is going to be more sustainable in terms of exercise. Do whatever makes you happy, but I recommend that one. 7 more seconds. And time. All right. We are making some serious progress today. We're going to stand up if you're on the floor. And we're moving on to some good old-fashioned punches. We're going to give them the old 1, 2. Going to give those adipose cells a little 1, 2. So fast, stream frame per rate second thing. Couldn't even pick me up. Hands up. We're starting in 3, 2, 1. Begin. Left, right, left, right. Go at your own pace. Keep the hands up. It's going to work the core a little more. We're going to go left, left, right, right. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Left, left, right, right. Double, 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 double. These are all jabs. All 1, 2s. And time. And now, as always, after exercise 8, we're going back to the top. Back to floor touches or glute bridges. Hydrate or dihydrate. Wonderful. I'm going to go with glute bridges this time just to show people that it's possible. We're starting in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can do floor touches if you like, but ready, begin. Only 30 seconds. Crank them out. Hips to the sky. Rotate the hips underneath you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Feels good. It's good. It's Memorial Day. I don't think a lot of other people are going to be joining today, but if you do, thank you very much for joining. We appreciate anybody who served. Remember, it's an important day. Reach out to those who served. Tip for bent over snow angels. If your arms drop, do them in tape. Ah ha ha ha. I like that. Bent over Flappy Birds, reverse fly. 3, 2, 1, ready, begin. For those of you that might not be close enough to read what Happy Face just said, that was a wonderful little tip you just shot into the chat there. We absolutely love any cues. And more specifically, we love any cues that don't tell you how to control your body, but tell you how to move relative to a space. It forces you to do it right without thinking about it. That is the best kind of cue. 3, 2, 1, time. So what Happy Face said with the bent over snow angels is if you have a table right here, hopefully one that's a little higher, do them next to that to force you to keep your hands high. Lovely, lovely cue right there. Again, if anybody ever has any engagement, things that work for them, shoot them into the chat. That makes me beyond happy. Truly, good stuff. Alrighty, next up, next bodyweight exercise we have are raise the roofs. 3, 2, 1, ready, begin. All of our exercises are bodyweight. They don't require any equipment because that is more accessible. And this, after a few sets, starts to really work your deltoid complex if we're being specific, but your shoulders in general. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Not so bad, right? If you're just joining us, this is Connect the CHS's free live virtual exercise stream. My name is Seth Spicer. Feel free to give us a follow, or we're starting the whole 30-minute session over from scratch here in about 5 minutes, and you can use this as an opportunity to warm up and catch session number 2. Happy face, table, couch, countertop, anything about the right height. I 110% agree. I love that. Whatever works in your home, right? I love it. I love it. I love it. Standing march. 3, 2, 1, ready, begin. Get them up. If you want, feels good for you. Forearms to the knees. And because I like to feel like I'm really getting a crunch, a crunch without the compressive forces on our spine, we're taking our knees up to our armpits. You wait, give it a few more weeks. I'm going to show up with a ripped 6-pack. And time. If I get a 6-pack from doing those, you better believe that this is the right jazz, all right? Of course, we're not at week 12 yet. At week 12, we reach the recommended recommended guidelines for physical activity. They can undo a lot of negative effects of a sedentary life. By week 12, we'll reach the physical activity level that will decrease mortality by 40%, which is beyond me. Squats. Ready? Begin. I was almost a little late on that one. I got excited talking about how good physical activity is for you. And really, this whole program feels like it's gone pretty quick. So by the time we reach week 12, which is only a few weeks away. That's really a really big accomplishment. And time. It's a really big accomplishment to be able to get to that point. And sometimes the guidelines for the FDA, wow, really stuck on diet today. Guidelines for the CDC can be pretty hard to reach, right? A few more weeks, you're already there, right? By week 50, you don't even have to worry about dietary intervention because you'll be going so frequently that just the amount of calories you're burning will help you burn fat without too much dietary intervention, which is lovely. So just hang tight to that point. Push-ups, 5 gestations. I'm using the floor. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Ready, begin. Crank them out. Keep the core tight. This is set number 3 of session 1. 3, 2, 1. In time. Now we're going to find our snow angel position. Just like Happy Face said, if you're struggling with these with the prone, the floor will force you to keep your elbows high. But if you're in the bent over position, find some sort of TV, table, couch, or countertop to force you to keep your hands high the entire time. Love that. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Ready, begin. And I'll use this really expensive TV to force myself to stay high, even in the bent over position. Oh man. Sometimes I talk about the gremlin behind the curtain behind me there. Let me tell you, if I broke this TV doing this exercise, she would not be happy. 3, 2, 1, and time. Next up, we are throwing some jabs. I love this part. We almost switched it up and I said, guys, I like this one too much. We can't dip this. We can't dodge this. Dodge, dip, duck, and dive. Dodge. The 5 Ds of dodgeball. Starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. Left, right. Get into your own rhythm of it. I won't tell you how to move today. Oh, I gotta keep the hands up. Halfway there, keep going. We're gonna get fancy with it here next session. Keep going, keep throwing punches. We're shadow boxing. Time. All right, absolutely lovely. We love to see it. Nice. All righty, where are we at? That's the end of session number 1 already. Did time feel like it flew by? It's because it did. We have 6 more seconds left of our technical recovery. And what we're going to do is come over here, restart our timer, clear the ads because I refuse to pay for ads, #premium. And we just started our 3-minute warm-up, which is really our 3-minute rest in between sessions. And what this is going to allow us to do, this is going to allow anybody that needs to go, please stay, anybody that needs to go to shoot off to work if you have to, and anybody else that was joining in a little bit late to catch the full 30-session, warm up a little bit appropriately. Maybe you can give yourself a little bit of a breather if you guys just did that full first session with me, right? Grab some water, stretch it out a little bit. I'll repeat the quote of the day from our person last week. It was, do it today or regret it tomorrow. And personally, I think anybody would regret not showing up to this beautiful, lovely, enjoyable face 3 times a week to get yourself exercised. Just me, could be wrong. All right, I'm still saving for the end. I'm still saving my little tip, my little tidbit, my little bit of goodness for you. That way you have to stick around or watch the replay if you want to hear my awesome, life-changing advice. I like this one again today. Last week we talked about how social media can be controlled to help you change your virtual environment, right? If you spend a lot of time there, that environment also is going to affect the way you think, the way you behave, the way you act, how you eat, how you exercise. The other thing we talked about, our little tip last week, was how you take things one day at a time, one exercise at a time, right? Mentally prepare for the shortest amount of time you can guaranteed go doing the behavior you want, reach that time, and then take more time at the end of that to mentally prepare for that same chunk of time. That's the exercises in the area you would put a quote so we can follow easier. All right, they are in the description, but I suppose we probably couldn't see that, could we? So you're saying kind of happy face, like down here, a little quote of the day would be replaced by all of the exercises. And I know it takes a while for this to come through, but I think that's what you're saying, and I just want to confirm that because that is a solid idea. I know we have 45 more seconds left before we begin round number 2 along the bottom. Perfect. Yeah, that's a good idea. We can do that 100%. I'll shoot that out to the guys as a recommendation too for their streams, and we can certainly do that. All right. Conversation at the end is something very small, very quick about goals, but it's really good. I'm excited about this one too. We have 20 seconds left. Hope you enjoyed your break. We're about to get it. We're going to be done by 8:30 today. Ready? Back to the top. Glute bridges or floor touches starting in 3, 2, 1. Ready, begin. Actually, what I'm going to do, I don't want to mess it up. Happy face, I have you next time with the stream, with the exercises. I might not mess it up. I got it next time. We're going to continue with this stream. And then from here on out, I'll put the exercises at the bottom so that you can follow along. 3, 2, 1, and time with that exercise. Next up is the bent over Flappy Bird. And I can say happy face for the remainder of this stream. I'll give you plenty of a heads up, plenty of warning for saying the next exercise, reverse fly or bent over Flappy Birds, so that we can be prepared for it. I got you. The next time, of course, we will put that down at the bottom. Bent over Flappy Birds, reverse fly, starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. If you're just joining, you joined at a great time. This is the CCHS free bodyweight exercise stream, virtual training, right? No equipment required. All you have to do when you see our little person go live, when you see our little notification go live, join in. All you need is an 8x8 space to burn some fat, lose some weight if that's what you're looking for, and time, or just to get healthy, just to stay active. Physical activity is good for anybody at any time. All right. There's obviously caveats, but for the most part. All right. Next exercise, 8 exercises, 3 more rounds. This is the second session. We're going to raise the roof. All right. You can do this standing if you like. I like to be right here close with you. We're starting in 3, 2, 1. Ready, begin. We're raising the roof together. Reaching overhead is not something that we do often in our day-to-day lives. I should speak for myself, not you guys, but most people aren't up here every day unless you're a swimmer. Swimmers are built different. And I think just incorporating this movement pattern into your exercise alone can undo a lot of shoulder and neck pain and time. Next up, standing march with a side knee crunch. All right, the chest is getting congested. I think the allergies are back. No. Next up, we have our standing march with a side knee crunch. We're starting in 10 seconds. Again, if you're just joining us, if you're just joining in, we provide variation for any different person to get a solid exercise, solid workout from these exercises. Ready, begin. Hands to the knees. Forearms to the knees. If you want to crunch down to it. And then lastly, the most intense variation, Bring the knees up to your armpits. Crunch down to them a little bit. Gonna work our obliques a little bit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. We love it. The next exercise we have, our good old-fashioned squat, bodyweight squat, bilateral squat. Of all of our exercises, I think this recruits the most muscle mass, which means we burn the most calories, get our heart rate elevated the most, yada, 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 most blood flow, feels the best. Starting in 3, 2, 1, ready, begin. Again, go as low as you feel comfortable. If a quarter squat is all you got, that's not fine enough. That is perfect. That is great. The more that you do them, the lower you will be able to go. Keep working. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Love it. Next up, we have our push-ups. You can do them from the wall if you're just joining. If you're watching this on replay for session 2, you can do them from the wall. The lower you go, the more intense it becomes. You can do them from the couch, keeping the core tight, pushing up from the couch. And of course, going to the floor makes it the hardest. Starting in 3, 2, 1, ready, begin. Core tight. Twenty more seconds, keep working. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Lovely. Alrighty. Next up, we have our snow angels, bent over or from the prone position. All right. Go to your belly if you prefer that one. I think I like the bent over position a little bit better. We're going to start that in 3, 2, 1, ready, begin. Now we had a choice between going 30 seconds of work to 30 seconds of rest or 40 seconds of work to 80 seconds of rest. And as you can imagine, we went with the shorter sets and the ability to do 2 different 30-minute sessions. Time with that exercise. Why? Because then if people couldn't make full time, we didn't want them to be excluded. We wanted a way to make it feel more appropriate for them. And also it's nice to break up those long sets a little bit more as well, right? We don't like going for just 60 seconds at a time with the same exercise. That starts to not feel so great on our joints. All right, throwing some punches. Hands up, 3, 2, 1, begin. 1, 2, 1, 2. Now throw some jabs with me now. I'm sorry, not jabs. Big roundhouse punches. Swingers. And uppercuts. And back to some jabs. I'm going all over the place today. Whatever feels best for you. Time. That was too much. I got you. I'll do that next time. Self-feedback. Calm down, Seth. I got a little excited. Next up, we have a break. Going back to the top. An extra 10 seconds. Grab some water. We only have 2 more rounds left. Thank you, phone. I needed that. Starting with the floor touches or glute bridges in 3, 2, 1. Ready. Begin. We're back to the floor touches. Again, touch the floor, flat back. As you come up, rotate the hips up underneath you like you're hula hooping. Push the hands down the thighs, bring them back up. 3, 2, 1, and time. Next exercise, reverse fly. As always, we have to be able to appreciate that this is, for the most part, anonymous. You can do this entire program anonymously if you so choose. I won't be able to see you exercising. Nobody's going to be able to be there to judge you. We're just all working together, putting on good vibes into the chat without feeling that social stigma. Love it. All right, like I said, reverse flies in 3, 2, 1, begin. Here we go. Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I want to get lost to your rock and roll and Flappy Bird away. That's how that went, right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Still feeling good? I can definitely tell we're starting to reach that point. Same amount of volume that we've done in the past. Now we're going to bust on through that ceiling. Break on through, break on through, break on through to my fitness side. A lot of different music's going through my head this morning. I don't know what's going on. We're going to raise the roof now together. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Ready, begin. Raise the roof. As always, our exercises include every part of your body, every major movement pattern: vertical push, vertical pull, horizontal press, horizontal pull, squat, deadlift, and core. As should every good exercise program. 3, 2, 1, and time with that exercise. Love it. Next up, we have standing marches to the side. Crunching and marching is where we reside. We have other accounts, other social media accounts at Connected CHS. If you ever get bored, you can give us a follow on any of those platforms. We're about to start producing more content, like I said. Marches, 3, 2, 1, begin. Get them up. Forearms to knees if you like, or knees to armpits if you got it. Keep it working. Hang tight, only a couple more minutes before I get to give my little spiel about SMART goals. My tip of the day. 3, 2, 1, and time. Those always go by so fast. Next up, we have squats. As always, if you have any feedback you don't feel comfortable putting in the chat, reach out to us at Connected CHS30. Connected CHS30 at gmail.com. We'd be more than happy to hear any admiration, feedback, or advice for us new streamers and young folk trying to make a difference. Squats in 3, 2, 1, begin. It's just like you're sitting in a chair. Just like you're sitting down on the couch. Just like you're sitting down on the toilet. Or maybe you're sitting down to play some drums. If you're like the gremlin in the back. I shouldn't call her a gremlin. She's a wonderful human. And time. Beautiful. We have push-ups. It's been a while since I used Wally. Caucho's my main man. Never let me down. Always supported me and whoever sits next to me. Floor sucks. I'm going to the wall this time. 5, 4, keep the core tight. 1, begin the push-ups. And if you're ever super sore, like I am, you can work farther up the wall. And that will give you a bit of a break for the day. That'll work as an active recovery, as they say. 7, 6. Keep the core tight. 2, 1, and time. Seth, with your education, with your master's in exercise science, yes, what's your question? What is an active recovery? That's a good question. Active recovery basically means that when you're sore, you don't go hard and lift heavy weights again that day. You do something lighter, just aerobics, less resistance, so you can bring blood flow to the area to recover the tissue so that you can feel better for the next day, right? Basically promotes recovery faster. Snow angels, I'm going with the bent over position, starting in 3, 2, 1, ready, begin. We're almost done. We're working through it. Keep those hands high. Keep them above the counter. Three, 2, 1, and time. And we're back to some punches. We're keeping it simple this time. We're throwing jabs the whole time. That is a little 1, 2 action. Keep the hands high for A, self-defense, B, toward the core. More. We're starting in 5, 4, 2, 1. Ready, begin. Jab, jab. Go as fast as you feel comfortable. Almost done. These ones are the fun ones. These are the reward for the rest of the set. 3, 2, 1, time. And we're going back to the top. It's 8:18 Eastern time, at least, which means we have about 10 minutes left. One more round left. And we will have officially broken on through to a new ceiling, a new level of exercise. Just hang with me and you'll reach your goals. Back to the top. Floor touches or glute bridge. Starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. And we're here. I'm really hyping up these SMART goals at the end that we're going to talk about. I'll keep it very concise because I know this was a long session and you're ready to go about and start your day. I hope after today you feel a little extra tired. Trust me, your body will adapt just the way that we've adapted to get to this point. 3, 2, 1, and time. And let it be known, I'm doing it all with you. We're here for you every step of the way, supporting you. You got this to reach your health and fitness goals. All right. It shouldn't be as hard as it is. There's a lot of people out there trying to keep Americans, or really anybody, Canadians, where they are, right? A lot of big corporations. We're here to help you defy those odds. Bend over Flappy birds in 3, 2, 1. Ready, begin. Again, these are technically reverse flies. You could do these with dumbbells for, 4 to 12 reps in the gym if you ever wanted to. If you ever wanted to get weights in your home, that's what you'd do, is you'd hold dumbbells and bring it up to here. And time. Again, I like to include all these different things. Sometimes I like to throw in tidbits like that. I'll try and do that more often so that once you're done with this program, you can build your own workouts. You can say, hey, Seth said that we could do these reverse flies with weights if I wanted to. And maybe you just happen to have a tiny dog in a harness like I had a couple weeks ago. Perfect, by the way. Worked out great. Raise the roofs. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Ready, begin. If you ever need to, you can go one arm at a time. Of course. If you're just joining, just tuning in, thank you very much. My name is Seth Spicer. This is Connected CHS Virtual Live Exercise Training, bringing you free instructional exercise using only your body weight to make health and fitness more accessible. And time. If you ever want, if you can't make the session because we're about done, we're going through our third round of our second session right now. Feel free to catch Jacob Carroll or Adam Fox at noon or 5:30 Eastern Time, or catch this replay tomorrow at 9 a.m., 1 p.m., or 7 p.m. Eastern Time. All right? You can follow right along with us like any Tony Horton video. Standing marches. 3, 2, 1. Begin. Get them going. Get them shuffling. Get them up a little higher. If you can, forearms to the knees. And if you're crazy like me, you can go knee to the armpit. Make sure you're wearing stretchy underwear. You don't want any pain that I may or may not be experiencing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Donezo with that one. Next up, we are moving down to our squats. We are back at it with the squats again. These are one of my favorite bodyweight exercises. They're pretty self-explanatory. Almost everybody can at least get to a quarter squat position, and you feel really stable in that position too, right? We love something that everybody can do. Making this something that you, your grandmother, and your kids can all do together. 3, 2, 1, begin. Here we are. Again, as you go throughout your days, if you have any questions related to exercise, diet, nutrition, feel free to shoot them into the chat. Think of me often. Say, hey, should I be doing this? I wonder what Seth has to say about that. 3, 2, 1, and time. And chances are, if it's an exercise fad, I'll probably say yes. But at the end of the day, if you just show up, we already accounted for that. Just kidding, kind of. All right. If you have any questions, please reach out to us. I'd be more than happy to answer anything you might be able to throw at me. Or if not, I'll wait until your next stream. Push-ups. Find your wall. Find your floor. We're starting together. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ready. Begin the push-ups. Keep the core tight. We're pushing up together. For some reason, people always leave at the push-ups. I don't know. Sweet Mary and Joseph. Hey. Must be they don't know that we would be suffering together. 3, 2, 1. Last one more. And time. We're almost done. We're almost done. We have snow angels, throwing some punches, and then we're done. All right. It's been a good workout. At least for me, anyway. I don't want to speak for you. Anyone out there following along, maybe dripping buckets like you, Seth. Next up, we have our snow angels. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Ready. Begin. I feel like we almost got snow angels here in upstate New York a couple days ago. It went from 90 to 50 really quick. Funny how that works. We love all 4 seasons. Keep working. Keep those hands high over top of your TVs. Hold it at the back. 3, 2, 1. And time. All right. Next up, we have core number 2. Last exercise, that's exercise number 8 of 30-minute session number 2. Good work to get to this point. Let's finish strong. We're throwing jabs again. 3, 2, 1, begin. Left, right, left, right. 1, 2 action. Keep that core tight. Like you're about to deliver a deathly blow to that bee that keeps flying next to your face. He's buzzing. He's buzzing. He's scaring you. He's not the endangered type. One of those murder hornets, and you just, game over, murder hornet. But with the right lawyer, manslaughter bees. That was a good one. I wish Snug was here to say that one was better because I need to redeem myself after last week. I'm pulling over my chair. Feel free to get a cool down, shake it out, stretch it out if you need while you listen to my... I can't just say that. I have to do it with you. Who am I kidding? Who am I kidding? We're getting a brief cool down in here. Breathing through your nose. Nasal breathing. Lowering your heart rate. If anything feels tight, if anything feels constricted, now is your chance to work it out a little bit. Maybe your triceps are tight. You want to get a tricep stretch in there like so. Stretch out your lats by going to the side. Absolutely. Maybe your hammies are tight. Do a little crossover action. If you have anything specifically you need help with, put it into the chat. If you have any sort of foam roller, lacrosse ball, tennis ball, you can lean on to do active release or just any sort of tissue release at all, that's great. We're going to shake the legs out a little bit. Do a little bit of hacky sacks together, only because we didn't do these in the beginning. Get that heart rate down a little bit. Accept that you've done a great job. And that's another thing. Always take a minute to be proud of the work you do because you're doing it and a lot of other people aren't. All right. I'll have the other quote that was given to me last week for Wednesday. And now I'll conclude the session with our SMART goal spiel. I'll make it quick, I'll make it precise, and I'll make a nice little golden nugget. All right. SMART goal, all caps, SMART, stands for specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, and timely goals. All right, SMART goal. You can Google that if it went by too fast. Specific, make sure you explicitly say what it is you want your goal to achieve. All right, these are all for achieving a goal. So when you set a goal, you want it to be specific. For example, I want to lose 10 pounds. Maybe you have some sort of body fat measure, or maybe bioelectrical impedance hand grip dynamometer. Not a dynamometer, whoops. Bioelectrical impedance, and you can say, I want to lose 1% of my fat mass. Perfect. That's specific. We can achieve that. We know that we can achieve that. Which brings us to measurable. Not only do we have a specific number, we can measure progress towards that number. Okay. If it's not measurable, for example, I just want to lose weight. How do we know if we ever reach that goal? We can never be proud of reaching that goal if we don't specifically make it measurable as well. All right. So that's why I like scale, BMI for general stuff, hand grip bioelectrical impedance for even better, more healthy, I like to say, right? Healthy ways of measuring. Actionable, the things we are doing right now, make it actionable so that you can actually achieve it. Realistic, you shouldn't say I'm going to try and lose 50 pounds in a week. That would be terribly unhealthy. All right. So make it realistic. Honestly, what you can look for in any sort of exercise program is if you're in calorie deficit of about 500 calories per day, 1,000 max. All right. That after that point starts becoming pretty unhealthy, and you want to have a physician to check you out if you're doing anything more intense than that. But 500 calorie deficit per day with exercise is about realistic. That adds up to about a pound of fat mass per week. All right. Again, anything other than that, you start to get kind of unrealistic. And by unrealistic, I mean unhealthy as well. Making this a part of your life, making it sustainable, making it enjoyable with us, right, is the best way to basically change your life, change your body, and keep that weight consistent, right? And then timely. Make sure you put a specific date on the day you want to reach these goals. This program, thankfully, has that built in. This is a 52-week program. We are already at week 9. Holy crap, right? The days start to pick up in frequency as we go through, but the time is built in. So again, take some time today to set your own SMART goals: specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, and timely. Okay. I recommend setting smaller goals along the way to your big goal. So maybe your big goal is you want to go from 260 to 210 pounds. Over the course of 52 weeks, at a pound per week, that works out pretty well, doesn't it? Am I right? So what you can say is every week I want to be down a pound, or every month I want to be down 4 pounds. Now you've got something that you can measure. It's specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, and timely. All right. Take some time, develop that for yourself. I hope you enjoyed that little nugget, that little tidbit. If you're watching this on replay, celebrate milestone, 12 weeks. Hell yeah. 100%. 100%. I'm going to include that as my tidbit for next time, actually, is taking time to be happy and proud of yourself and celebrate the milestones. Sure thing. Wonderful. Happy face. Thank you as always. Anybody else that's tuning in or watching this on replay, thank you for making it through the whole session. I will come back next time with another great little tidbit, another quote of the day. If you have anything final to say as I'm logging off, say it now. Say your piece. Thanks. Thank you. All right. You all have a wonderful week. I will see you either on replay or on Wednesday at 7:30 a.m. Feel free to reach out to us at connectedchs30@gmail.com. Have a wonderful day.